Hey guys, Lucky Star Shi-Roku here, and welcome to my look back on 2023, the last video for the year. Now, a lot's happened this year, and I know I usually say that in every yearly look back video, but this time I really mean it, because I feel this has been a year of change, a year of discovery, a year of improvement, because there has been a lot of that this year. Both on and off the channel, there's been a lot of change and discovery and improvement. For example, I've changed a lot of how I do things on the channel in many different respects. I've discovered that I can do a lot more than I first thought. Editing, for example, that's been the big one. And I have made a lot of improvements, both in the channel and in myself. So join me as we take a little look back on the year for the last video of the year. But firstly, a little bit of housekeeping going forward. So going forward with these look back videos, now that I'm able to edit my own videos, going forward, basically I'm going to try to record these look back videos within the first 2 weeks of December. That way I can take the rest of the month off to relax and get ready for whatever the next year may throw at me. So there's the housekeeping out the way. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the topics. So first of all, topics to talk about. So again, a lot's happened this year. For instance, this is my first full year in my new flat, which doesn't feel as balmy now. Like initially, like last year when I did this, I was still coming to terms with the fact I moved, and it still didn't feel quite real. But now that I've been here for a year, I've definitely had a chance to adapt to it, and it's definitely synced in more now, and it feels a lot more real. So it's still a little balmy, but it's I've had time to adjust and adapt, and yeah, I definitely feel more comfortable than I was. Which again, a whole year, a few months, it takes a while to settle into a new place. But yeah, I definitely feel like I've made this place my own now. So what else? Oh yeah, there's the coronation of King Charles III, which not a royalist myself, but it's again, it was definitely a historic moment, because again, the world hasn't seen a coronation in like 50 years, 60 years, somewhere on there. Either way, a long freaking time since we saw a coronation. So I didn't watch it myself. Again, not a royalist, didn't really care too much. I had a lot of respect for the Queen, but that's about where that goes. I don't know. I'm still not sure how I feel about Charles, to be honest. He's still yet to win me over personally. Okay, next. Oh yeah, I went to a cat cafe, which was a lovely, lovely experience. If I remember, I'll try and get a few pictures on screen now of me in the cat cafe. But it was a very, very pleasant experience. Like, I'd heard about cat cafes, and I didn't know what to expect. I was expecting a cafe, but this was more like a sensory room with cats rather than a cafe, where you could also get like milkshakes and stuff, a cup of tea or coffee or whatever. Not quite what I expected, but it was very, very pleasant, and the cats were an absolute joy to be around. They were so friendly, they were so welcoming. None of them hissed, none of them showed any aggression. They were very, very welcoming. And yeah, they they took straight to us, which was quite nice. So again, if I remember, I'll try and get a few pictures on screen if I remember. But yeah, the cat cafe was an absolute delight to be there. Okay, next up, Ah, yes. So basically, I started editing my own videos and I also started doing it daily. This is what I was talking about when I said changes, like massive changes on the channel. Because again, I used to rely on other people to edit for me, but you know, I started editing myself. And again, if I, you know, if you'd said to me a few years ago that you need to edit your own videos, I was like, no, 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 because it was scary at first. I'm not gonna lie, it was a very scary process at first, you know. But once I sat down in Premiere and I looked through things, it was scary at first, but the more I did it, the more natural it became. Like to the point where I've practically got it down as second nature at this point. So it was a little scary at first, but now I've been doing it daily for a few months. I've gotten the hang of it now. So a little scary, but yes, and plus because I'm editing my own videos, it means I can also do it daily, which is brilliant. Okay, I also quit my voluntary job, which I've had since, which I've had, for those who don't know, I had a voluntary job at a cafe farm workshop since 2019, and it was fun for a while, but the last couple of years it just started to feel like, you know, it's just not as fun as it once was. You know, the novelty once wore off, and I was never really in it. The main reason I did it in the first place is an escape, because my last place was like my last home was really, really toxic. So I think I went there just as an escape from all that toxicity, and also as a part of my college work. But now that I'm not at college anymore, and now that I'm away from that place, I don't really have much of a reason to keep going there. I mean, I'll probably go there as a customer from from time to time. Maybe go for a cup of tea and a scone, perhaps. That'd be quite nice to see everyone again. But yeah, and you know what? I feel like since leaving, I feel like I've been a lot more productive because, again, with me doing things daily, every time I come back on a Monday, I'd be knackered from being there. So I feel like leaving that place, you know, as fun as it was, I'm not saying it was a bad place. It was brilliant, but it was just exhausting coming back on a Monday, knowing that I had to record videos. So yeah, it's just much better. I feel like it was much better leaving and just having the rest of having the entire week to myself to do whatever I want. So it was fun while it lasted, but I knew I was going to grow out of it eventually. But yeah, I did enjoy it while it lasted. And again, I'll probably go back on occasion. Oh right, yeah. Then we had the whole saga with my hard drive breaking on me, which made me go back to my old drive for a while. Which I have gotten back, by the way. I have actually got my good drive back, and I'll probably talk more about that. Like maybe I'll probably do a video, like next year. I'll probably do a video talking about everything I did over Christmas, because there's quite a bit. But I did get my hard drive back, and I've just spent the last couple nights just backing everything up for in the event that happens again. So basically, if this happens again, I won't lose quite as much. I might lose two or three things, but nowhere near as much as what I lost that time. So yeah, got my hard drive broke, which I've now got back. So yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, redefining my recording schedule, which I think is a lot better than it was. So now I record at when I am recording, I record every day, like 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday. I record around 6 or 7 p.m. ish, and I'll spend the rest of the night editing to get the video out at 2 p.m. the following day. So much better recording schedule, it's got a proper schedule. Like it was more random before, but now it's got a proper schedule, proper timing for everything. So I think that works out a lot better. I also made a little booklet to help me with recording. Let me show you, because I don't know if I've shown this yet or not, but I made this little booklet here, which helps out quite a bit because there's so much to recording now, because there's so much to it. Like maybe I'll do a video about this in the future, but there's so much to recording now. There's so much that can go wrong if I miss anything. So I write everything in here to make sure I do everything properly. So there's how I record, like, you know, about you know, hitting record on OBS and then waiting a few seconds to record on Audacity. Then there's the resyncing with the clap a few times. There's that. Then after that, there's just the process of checking everything over, like the recording software, the microphone, the game audio, the timer, all that stuff, the recording scene. So I've got a little booklet to help out with that. So just because there's so many more important steps that are easy to mess up. So I got a little booklet just to help out with that. So just making things easier on me, really. So yes, and I also switched to OBS. I switched from XSplit to OBS. So I did say this in this video, but I for the longest time since starting the channel, I have been using XSplit, but lately, last few months, it's been giving me issues. So I just switched to OBS, and since switching, I've not had any problems with video recording out of sync. Like, yeah, there's still a few things to work out here and there, but so far I've not had any major issues with OBS, so I'm sticking with it at this point. I also forgot to mention that I also met Sylvester McCoy, the 7th Doctor, at Comic-Con. I'll probably have a picture on screen. Yeah, I met Sylvester McCoy. I got a picture taken with him. Sophie Aldred was there too, but unfortunately I didn't have enough to get my picture taken with her. Such a shame. I've heard they're both very down to earth, but unfortunately I only had enough to actually meet and get my picture taken with Sylvester McCoy. But yeah, so I can now say that I have met a celebrity. I just wanted to throw that in there real quick. So that's all of the topics. Now let's go on to videos I made this year, as there's quite a bit. So firstly, obviously, there's the welcome to 2020. There's the 2023 video where I just which, you know, I do every year, just having that as a Christmas and New Year's video, both in one. We're just, you know, ringing in the new year. So I record that on Christmas Day and then have it go out on New Year's Day. That's probably going to stay the same. Then after that, we had the Nintendo Direct for the 8th of February 2023, and then there was a video on talking about all the changes I made after the month of because I did go silent for a bit. Like, there was a bit of radio silence for me for a bit, so I just did a video where I talked about everything that was going on behind the scenes when there's nothing from me at all. Which I'm also starting to use the community tabs a lot more now as well, which is really convenient. If you might want to check those every now and again. If there's ever something like I feel that's too small for its own video, I'll just probably do it on the community tab if it's that minor. A video talking about all the changes to my life since I moved. Then after that, I had a rant video talking about how I really feel about my old place, and yeah, I may sound a little harsh there. Well, the words I originally were going to say were much harsher, but they may have been harsh a little bit, maybe, I don't know, but I feel like it was good for me to get them out there, you know, out in the open. It was, you know, it's not good to hold on to all that rage, that frustration, so I think it was better for me to get it out in the open just so I could move on. I mean, I'm still really angry about that place, and I don't know if I ever can move on, but at least, you know, I got it out there at least, you know. So then there was the Let's Play of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets for PC, and also the Let's Play for Mad Father, the still ongoing Let's Play of Sonic Adventure, a overall channel update video, which I've been meaning to do for quite a while, a video announcing me taking over as the main head editor of the channel, a 5-part video saga of my hard drive dying on me, which again, I have gotten my drive back, but that was an ordeal. The whole thing just died on me, and it made me go back to my old drive, which was severely out of date. So it wasn't great, but I made do with it. I was still able to keep up the daily stuff, even with out of date files. I had to recreate a bunch of things, update a few things, but I've got my drive back, and I've updated everything. So I've made sure to make backups of basically I went through my current drive, my good drive, and just backed everything on my emergency drive for if that happens again. Not great, but I made do what I had. Okay, so then there was the birthday unboxing video, and the video about me talk about quitting my voluntary job, a video talking about technical difficulties with XSplit, because we had quite a few of those this year. Then there was a video just thanking everyone for the support, because I've been meaning to say that for a while, and I don't get much of a chance to say that in videos, so I just wanted to quickly make a video of that. I've been meaning to do that for a while, just I never got the chance, so I just wanted to do, I like doing that every so often. I don't like saying it in the video just because I prefer to keep the immersion of the video. That's why I don't like saying it much in videos, because I feel that would break immersion. So, but it is nice to say it every now and again. After that, we had the Nintendo Direct and State of Play for the 18th. The 8th. Wait, that can't be right. Well, I can't remember what it was. I think the date might be a little wrong here because, hang on. Yeah. Okay. Either way, there was a State of Play and Direct. And then after that, there was... Oh, wait, no, never mind. I forgot to delete that. Then there was an updates video on the Let's Plays and more technical difficulties, because there was a bug. Something bugged up. Well, basically, me and Arago had moved a bunch of my files to a new drive or whatever, saving space on my main drive, and that caused a few issues with Sonic Adventure. It caused it to revert back to its inferior, gross, crappy DX version, which we have fixed. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Yeah. But that is fixed now. Then there was the Let's Play of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. There was a update on... there's an update celebrating my 1-year anniversary of moving here and showing everything I've done to my flat since then, since moving, to celebrate 1 year of being here. A video explaining the status of the Let's Plays, which I might need to do an update of that, since I have added a few more status since then, so I might do an update of that at some point. Then there's my end of year plan, a update on my hard drive, because I still hadn't gotten that back yet at that point. I literally just got it back only a couple days ago. Then there was a video talking about language used on the channel. Just letting you guys know that I'm gonna be letting a little bit more slide than usual. I'm still not allowing the F-bomb or anything major, but just there's a little more we can get away with now that I'm not gonna be as upset about. Like, there's a few, it is all in moderation and more mild. Like, it's still mild curses, more mild curses are still okay, but anything really bad like the F-bomb, stuff like that, it's a little bit more we can get away with now. And a Let's Play of Insaniquarium, which I did just because of the bug with Sonic Adventure, which that's also been fixed now. Yeah, I kind of started Insaniquarium just out of desperation, pretty much. That's probably going to continue into next year. Also, all the Let's Plays that I have started this year have been put on hold and will carry over into the next year now. Okay, so that's pretty much it for all the videos. Now let's move on to animes / manga / TV I've seen. So firstly, there's the Dot Hack series. So Dot Hack Sign plus the OVAs, which I quite enjoyed. Dot Hack is basically one of the first isekais, which I think set up a lot of foundation for what later isekais would be. the only thing that was missing is obviously the killer truck. So I'm glad that wasn't there. So yeah, Dot Hack, which I enjoyed. Sign, and I think I think I still need to see more of Dot Hack. Like I've seen Sign, I've seen the OVAs, but I think I'm still missing out on the reboot of Dot Hack, which I still need to see. So there was Made in Abyss Season 2, which I quite enjoyed. Yeah, I've been reading the manga a lot, so it was just nice to see it finally on the screen rather than books, because while I do like the manga, it's a little hard to tell what's going on sometimes. Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, Bleach, A Thousand Year Blood War Part 1, Overlord Seasons 1 to 3, which I quite enjoyed, Doctor Stone Season 1 to 3, Part 1. I'm currently watching Doctor Stone Season 3 Part 2 now, so I'm still watching that. I'm not really going to talk too much about it since I'm still watching it. There was Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village arc, which I quite enjoyed. Again, don't want to spoil anything for anyone who's not seen it. Kagasura the Insect Cage, which I quite enjoyed. I'd say I enjoyed that to the same level as what I enjoyed Ico Incarnation. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was a little nervous of because a lot of people are saying the ending was kind of crap, but so it had me a little worried, but I still enjoyed it. And again, the music was pretty kick-ass. Like B0 was such a good opening. Like, it's definitely one of the musics I have on my phone more now. Like, basically, whenever I watch anime and listen to music, that's how I determine what music I listen to and what I get on my phone. But yeah, ReZero is B0 is definitely what I listen to a lot now. Then there was also the Ruby Justice League crossover, which I enjoyed it. To be honest, I don't really care about the Justice League or DC at all. I was really only watching it for Ruby stuff, and also hoping that we see a post-credit scene for Volume 10 in the end. So I think we are still waiting for Part 2 of that, and hopefully we'll get a post-credit scene for Volume 10 maybe. Find out it's been greenlit, but yeah, it was alright. I enjoyed it. Again, I was watching it more for Ruby than the Justice League, because I don't really care for DC at all. Or Marvel now. Marvel's just gone crap. Chainsaw Man, which I enjoyed. And then I've been watching a few more other series, like Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro Seasons 1 to 2. Assassination Classroom Season 1 to 2, which that was so good. I did watch Season 1 ages ago, but then I stopped, and it was difficult to find where it was, so I just ended up binging both seasons just to catch up where it was, and it was so good. It was such a good series, and the ending, I don't usually cry much, but I swear that ending actually made me cry a little. It was beautiful, it was sad, it really tugged on your heartstrings, and it was one of the few anime that actually made me cry. It was beautiful. I definitely recommend it. Again, don't want to spoil it, but it was really, really good. Oh yeah, then there was the One Piece Netflix adaptation, which it was better than other live action adaptations, but it's still, there was a lot I didn't like about it personally. Like, I feel like there's a few things that were ruined, like Sanji's, Sanji didn't see, wasn't there for the Mihawk fight with Zoro, and I did feel that was a big reason why he joined Luffy's crew in the first place. So it just feels, it's a step in the right direction. Don't get me wrong, it's better than other live-action anime adaptations, but it's still got a ways to go. It's a step in the right direction, but there's still a ways to go before getting a really good one. But credit where it's due. It was better than others. Okay, then I watched Kuro Makuro Season 1 to 2 on Netflix, which I enjoyed. Attack on Titan, the final season specials, and I think the second special. No, I'm still waiting for that. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, there's the final Attack on Titan, the final season special 1, which I enjoyed. Again, don't want to spoil for anyone who's not seen it or anything. Go and watch that if you can. I'm still waiting for the dubs myself, because I usually prefer to watch dubs, and apparently the special 2 dubs aren't coming until I think April next year. I think so. Waiting a little bit. I also watched The Duke of Death and His Maid season 1 to 2, which I enjoyed that. I got reconnected with my childhood a little bit by watching Shaolin Showdown season 1 to 3, which that was fun. That I really missed Shaolin Showdown, and the ending was very disappointing, to be honest, and considering Shaolin Chronicles wasn't that good either, so a little disappointing. And yeah, I feel like toward the end they just kind of got. I feel like they just kind of, they run out of ideas for new Shingon Wu, because they just got kind of, boring and run out of ideas, really. But it was nice. Like, the first 2 seasons were brilliant. The third season, I didn't like it as much. First 2 seasons were good though. Then I watched Bleach: 1,000 Year Blood War Part 2. Just finished that actually, just last month, very recently. Enjoyed that. Just go wait for the other parts. I think there's a total of 4 that's going to come out. So 2 down, 2 to go. Then there was Doctor Who, the 60th specials. The special 1, The Star Beast, which I really enjoyed. I know there was a little bit of controversy with, with the 60th stuff. Even with, the stuff with Davros and Children Need. I don't like that. I don't like what they did with Davros personally. And then there's also, again, I'm trying not to look too much into the woke stuff. I'm trying to ignore that and try and enjoy it for what it is for the most part. But there's a couple of things which are questionable. So ignoring the woke stuff and just enjoying it for what it is, I mostly enjoyed the Children Need special with the Daleks. It was nice to see Davros again, even though I'm a little, if they explain in lore why Davros is out of his chair and is normal again, if they explain it, maybe. But yeah, Star Beast was brilliant. Wild Blue Yonder, I feel, was a little disappointing. Yeah, and I'm still waiting for the Giggle. That's coming out next week, this week on Saturday. So I've got 1 more to watch. It's really looking forward to it. And then Black Clover, which I'm currently watching, so I'm not going to say too much about. And then finally games. So Hogwarts Legacy, which I completely forgot was this year. That's been out so long now that I forgot that came out this year. I honestly thought it came out last year, maybe Christmas last year, because it's been out so long. I just completely forgot it was this year. But I'd say that is probably my game of the year, I'd probably say. Yeah, I love that game, and I'm definitely doing a Let's Play of that on the channel at some point. Really looking forward to that. So we also got Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which is the sequel to Breath of the Wild. Street Fighter 6, and to be honest, it's a little bit difficult for me to keep up with the games these days, because the people I speak to about this, I don't really see anymore, so I'm very in the dark of what's coming out and what's good and stuff like that, so I'm just grasping for straws. So whenever it comes to games, I'm really struggling with what to put here. So there's Marvel Spider-Man 2, which I've heard was good. Pikmin 4, not really a Pikmin person, but the people enjoyed it. Good for them. Dead Island 2, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which obviously we found out that Charles has retired from being the voice of Mario, but now he's also the ambassador for Mario, which is brilliant. So he's not voicing Mario anymore, but we've not seen the last of him. He's still doing stuff, which is brilliant. So yeah, then there's Kirby Return to Dreamland, which, you know, new Kirby game. Not had one of them in a long time. Minecraft Legends, not really sure how I feel about that, to be honest. The Metroid Prime 1 remaster, brilliant. I'm just waiting for Prime 2 and 3 in time for Prime 4. But yeah, looking forward to that. Probably playing on the Switch. I've not got it yet, but hey, it's on my wish list. System Shock remake, which I've been waiting for a while, because I got that, not realizing that it was still yet to come out. So that means I bought it and not knowing that it wasn't out yet, and just it took forever to come out. But it's finally out. Not played it yet. Again, it's on my backlog of stuff to play in the meantime. Might do that over Christmas. I don't know. We'll see. And finally, Persona 5 Tactica, which honestly, I mean, you know, 5 was good. Royal was good. Strikers was good, but I feel like they're milking it a bit too much now. I feel like they just need to let the Phantom Thieves. Oh yeah, there's Persona 5 X as well, which you know, they just need to let the Phantom Thieves rest and pass on the torch to the next protagonist, the next team. You know, let 5 just end and focus on Persona 6 at this point. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. That's pretty much everything here. So yeah, that's going to about do it for the yearly look back of 2023. So yeah, that is where I'm going to leave this final video for now. So again, this is the last video from me. So regardless of what you guys are doing, what you celebrate, I just want to wish everyone Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah, or whatever you do, whatever you're celebrating. I hope you have a nice end of the year. And with all that said, I will see you guys in 2024. I still have to record the video, you know, welcoming us to 2024, which I usually record that on Christmas and have that go, like, I record that on Christmas Day and upload it on New Year's Day. That's usually the best way of going about it. But also, there is going to be a little, I'll probably talk about that in that video, but there is going to be a delay because there is, I am getting a new kitchen, so that means I'm going to have to hold out on coming back for a bit. I might post something on the community tab on how that's going. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this video for now. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I've been your humble host, Lucky Star Shi-Roku, and with all that said, I wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you're doing, however you celebrate it. I hope you have a nice time, a nice whatever you're doing. I hope you have a nice rest of the year, and until then, I will see you guys in 2024. Until then, have a good day, you guys.